Okay, guys, it is Wednesday and we are in the GBP JPY, the same as every day. Yesterday I had some issues with my OBS.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I had to uninstall it and I've reinstalled the later version, so it seems to be okay now. So I couldn't really get the recording for yesterday, so essentially what happened, let me just go back to like the 5 minutes. So yesterday was a pretty tough day, to be honest. We ended with a two trades that went to 1-to-1 and we closed, but then they didn't go any further, so we just got the 0.5 for each. So 1% there, and then we got 3 losses as well, so total of negative 2% for the day, or for the session. I did trade Euro USD, but I've deleted that because I was just marking up stuff today, and I got one win of a 3-to-1, so that would have been I think 1.5, 2. So that knocked out the 2 and then a loss. So the day was still negative 1. One under, one. I'm speaking like I'm playing golf. 1 under for the day. That's actually good. 1% under for the day. Okay, so today what have we done so far? We have had one trade, and I'll show you. So when we came into here we go, London, we had this high here, which I was looking at being broken, or it was kind of this low over there, which was broken. And then, well, it was not really broken, because if you look at that, it was not really, the bodies didn't really break it. So we looked at coming back, and then we kind of were just creating these equal highs there. So what I was waiting for essentially was just any kind of impulse move. So we weren't breaking anything, so I was just waiting for an impulse. And we did get an impulse over here. Let me just zoom in a little bit. We got an impulse over there. So this was sorry, the first impulse over here. So I was just looking at any structure to be broken. So we're looking at those lows, which were equal. So it could have also been a push, but I was just looking at that point. Sorry. So I was just looking at that point of, you know, some kind of impulse move, and we had 3 in a row over there. So what we traded off was this little fair value gap over there, which is quite a small fair value gap. And generally speaking, I don't like trading off of only 2, but it was a fairly big candle followed by another one. So I took that, and it ended up playing out. We got the 1-to-1. And then I just extended that to a 1-to-2, because left there wasn't really much. I was kind of looking at those being broken and then looking at these highs over there. There was this, you see there's a fair value gap over there as well. So this is kind of the area I was looking at. We hit the 1-to-2, no problem. So let me just put that in. There we go. So that would be a 1.5%. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat in the background. He is driving me nuts. So yeah, so we got the 1 there. Now, if we had missed that one, and like I said, I prefer to look at something that has at least 3, 1, 2, 3 there. We would be looking at, let me just remove this now because we don't need that there. And also I'll just move that to there. So we'd be looking at, after this break over there, we'd probably be looking at the highest. I like always to go to the highest fair value gap, and if we had taken that, we would have been looking at the entry being there, and our stop would have been to the top of that, which it actually came close to. But you can see we hit the 1-to-1 over there, and again, if I was targeting those, I would have hit the 1-to-2.5 there, but we didn't take that, so that is what it is. We then did have another one. This one might actually not have played out. Let's have a look. So we would have had a break there. We would have, I just want to make sure I'm getting this correct. So I'm going to take it from there to there. And then I need to zoom in a little bit here, guys. Sorry. Actually, it's fine. It's fine. And so there you can see it was actually a really nice tap in on that one. So again, like I always say, I like to take the highest fair value gap in that push. Some people like to take the fair value gap of the candle that is breaking the low. You can do that, but sometimes it just means that you're going to have a much bigger stop. Worst case scenario with mine is it taps into that and pushes down. I just don't get entered. But as you can see with that one, it was a nice entry. So I mean, if we look at both, what would have happened if we had taken on that there? We would have been tapped in over there. Our stop would have been this one over there. So this one would have hit, sorry, I've gone the wrong way, but it would have hit the 1-to-1. Let me just remove that. We're looking at a sell. So not this one, yeah, this one. So we would have been looking at, probably would have been tapped in over there. Our stop would have been just above there. And our 1-to-1 would have been hit, and we probably would not have got any more than that. So we would have still got a 0.5 for that, so it would have worked. But this one would have been a little bit better, because if you can see here, smaller stop as well, so it would have been tapped in perfectly there. That would have been the same stop over there. Our 1-to-1 would have been in that very same candle, and then if I push down to the lows over here, it would have been, I probably would have just gone for like I mean, I could have pushed for a 4-to-1 there, but let's say we played it safe, we would have hit a 3-to-1. But we didn't end up taking those. What I did have a look at, we ended up having a change there. So we have got, as you can see, got a big push up over here. Very strong impulse move to the upside. Now here, there's, again, I'll show you another place that I could have entered and another place you can enter. So often when you get these very strong push-ups, you will have like a sell to buy area like this here, where you just have kind of price taking a breath and then carrying on, right? And often those now I would not take that the fair value gap, because look how high that is in the move. If you're looking at this whole move, it's not premium at all. So with this, it's kind of 50. It's not even premium, but it still works out sometimes. So what I would look at is probably this area here, kind of like an order block. And you can see that tapped in over there perfectly if you're taking a buy on that, and then your stop would have been below that over there. Now that could have given you a very nice 1-to-1, and at the top of that, if you're looking at that getting broken, would have been a 3.7-to-1. So it would have worked as well. I have not come back into these yet. So essentially at the moment, what I've got is I made my 1% loss back yesterday, and I'm sitting on 0.5. So yesterday we take the loss. You know, sometimes people like to say, okay, my target is 1% a day. Yesterday I took a 1% loss. That means today I have to get 2%. I don't look at it like that. I still want to just get my 1%, because, you know, if I am taking a loss, it'll take a couple days trading the same way to get my my thing back, you know. And if we have a very good trade, maybe we can get a 2 or 3-to-1. We end up getting a 2.5% for the day, and then it's fine, we've made it back. But I'm not going to force it. I don't want to force a trade. So this one is kind of, how I was looking at it was that push up. This was a very, very small fair value gap, and if it came back to that, it would probably most likely be more the order block that it's going for. So, you know, what I could do is leave those, let this one tap in and see what happens. But, you know, it didn't quite go that way. Then what I looked at on this big push up over there was, actually it was the 5 minute, I think. On the 5 minute, no, it was the 3 minute, sorry. Let me just delete this one. This over here was the was it this order block I was looking at over there? I think so. No, then it was the 5 minute. So it was the 5 minute I was looking at. So this was the not the order block, the thing, but then it should actually be a bigger, yeah, so this should be over there. So this is the 5 minute, and the 1-to-1 would be over here. So we've actually just tapped into that now. So this was on the 5 minute. I looked at that push up on the 5 minute, and this would have been the fair value gap. So let me just delete this one. So this is the fair value gap I'm looking at on the 5. So it's quite a big fair value gap as well. Now what you could do is you could go to the top of that and say that's your entry, but I've just done that for now. Looking for a 1-to-1, because essentially if we do get the 1-to-1, we've got our 0.5 back. The other way of doing this is literally just waiting for it to get to the 0.5, which is not too far. And so let me just mark that so we can play it as we go. which is there, and then the 1-to-1 is there. So I could technically just close the whole thing at 0.5 if I feel like, you know, it's not really moving the way I want it. And that way I've guaranteed my 1% for the day as well, so I can move on. So we'll keep watching that. Then the other thing I wanted to quickly show you guys is the prop farming. So yesterday, let me just show you. Yesterday we got in for buys after we pushed down over here. So with this, no, it was over here, sorry, pushed down. We got into loads of buys. At this little push back up over here, let me just choose this one. At this push back over there, we were about maybe $10 in profit. So I could have taken that. But I was like, you know what, I want to go a little bit more aggressive. So I let it run and it went all through the night. And I think we ended up around $300 in drawdown. So that whole move over there, what is that? I think so from about there to there was about close to 800 pips. So fairly big move, but only in $300 drawdown. So I can go all the way to my cutoff is 4,000. And I have never seen it even get anywhere near to 1,000 with this strategy I'm using. Then with this big push up over here, this morning, I ended up closing over here for about, I think I ended up closing for about, let's have a look. Today is, so close to $90 I've made today, right? Yesterday, I think I was sitting on about $30. So between the two, we've made our amount. If I look at the week, we should be sitting on close to 150 for the week. Let's go to there, and then we can say okay. Okay, so we are well over target for the week. I mean, I could literally stop trading now. I'm already in these, so I'm waiting for this to push down a little bit. If we do break this, we're looking good. But 185 for the week, so I've smashed my $50 a day. Now I'm just waiting for this one to come back down because we got 90 for the day. I'm going to look for 10, so I'd like to make this a 100 day. See if we can get this to push down, give us our $10 close, and then, you know, I'll probably still trade it. If we have another good move in the market, some volatility, and we have a strong push, then I will definitely trade that. You know, I know 50 is my target, but, you know, if you have a good day, you have a good day. You know, you might as well, because you are going to have bad days, so you might as well take the good days when they're there. But so far, guys, I think about close to a month trading this. When I started this, I was sitting at just under 95,000. So we essentially have made about $1,500 in about a month of trading this. So smash the target of $1,000. If I can keep doing that in the next 2 months, we should be close to being back home, which is the 100,000. And at that point, I'm not going to mess around because I've had one opportunity and I never took it to switch this to the MT5. So I have then got the opportunity to jump in on with Titan if I choose. And what I might do is I might just switch this account around with one of my the My Forex Funds one, which I've just got the credentials to, because the My Forex Funds one can actually grow. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. Oh, look at that. So we've actually had this one tap in and get the 1-to-1. And I am going to get this one to try and push up to these highs over there. The 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do that. So this one's already secured. So I'm going to delete this one. We don't need that anymore. What is this on right now? It's on a 1 to 6. Okay, I tell you what, this one I'm going to do at a 1 to 2. And when this one hits its target, I'm going to bring this one to break even. So it's either going to hit or just close with nothing, or we get the 1 to 1. I might even just push this one to 0.5 because 0.5, which is there, because there's no point just like over risking this now. So let's just see. Close, really close. Come on. I am going to close this one at the same place. It's going to be a 0.3. In fact, I'm already going to bring this one to there to break even. Bring this one to break even. It's either break even or 0.3. So I'll leave that where it was because I can't calculate my thing otherwise. So I've essentially brought this one to break even, and this one is already on 0.5, or it's going to hit out 2. Okay, I think we can say that hit, right? Yeah, that definitely tapped us there. So this is going to be a, what is this one? This will be a 1.5, and this one was a 0.3. 0.3%. Okay, so that's it. I'm calling it there. We're done for the day. So total is a 3.3% in this session, which means we've made back yesterday's loss and we've still hit 2.3%. So not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. I'm happy with that. Complete opposite to yesterday. Now I could let these run, but I'd rather just get my money and move on, right? So we're going to keep it as is. Targeting 1% a day, so I will trade it exactly how I would normally trade. Okay, there we go. You can see that definitely did push up and hit. So alright, so let's have a look what's going on here. Pushing up again. So what are we at now? $57. No problemo. Just gonna move this out the way. No problemo there. If we push down, like I said, I want to just make about another, I mean, I'll see how this one goes. We could potentially get another 50 from this. So let's see how this goes. That'll be close to a 150 day. Not bad at all. So let's see how that goes. If I can, guys, it is a public holiday where I am here, so we might be out later. But if I can, I will jump on and do the New York session as well. But yeah, so that was my GBP JPY session. You guys saw I had already marked up that one lower there, and I'd already marked that one. And this one, you know, a little bit scared of this one, but if I'd let this one just run, we would have hit the 1-to-1 on this as well. But it is what it is. I made the call, and that's probably how I would have made the call if it was real life on a real account. So yeah, that's how it is. That's how it went, guys. So still not a bad 3.3% for the day. Getting back our what did I say, 2%? Was it a 1%? 1% loss yesterday, and still making another 2% on top of that. So pretty good, guys. I'm happy with that. Alright, guys, that's it. I'm going to stop it there, and hopefully I will jump on to New York. If not, this is where the video will end, and then we will do another session tomorrow or Friday, which I will try do the whole thing live. Yeah. Alright, we'll see you guys then. Bye for now.